This is a story about a 150-kilo guy named David Goggins who wasn't happy with himself. Everyone called him a loser. He passed every test by cheating, and his full-time job was to go into people's houses and kill cockroaches in kitchens. But one day he realized that he wasn't born to just kill cockroaches in this life, and if he didn't do something with his life, he would die just like this. This realization changed everything for him. Despite having a hole in his heart, he lost 50 kilos, he cleared his exams, became part of America's elite Navy SEALs, and even ran 120 kilometers every weekend for 8 weeks. He even had a side business involving prostitutes. David's father used to beat him and his mother. One day his father punched his mother so hard that she fell down the stairs. He dragged her by the hair while she was unconscious. When David tried to save her, his father beat him with a belt. His mother endured this for many years. David's brother and mother had to clean his father's skating rink until 3 a.m. Because of all this, David couldn't focus on his lessons properly. David recalls that when he was 8 years old, his mother showed some courage and left his father. They moved to a small village in Brazil called Indiana. But there too, a big challenge came up. David didn't understand anything at school, so he started cheating. He passed high school by cheating, but the kids at school used to call him Blackie and bully him. He was enraged by this. One day while walking with his cousin, a car passed by and a white boy shouted from it, calling him Black Boy. David and his cousin ignored it, but the car stopped after a while. The boy got out of the car, pulled a gun, and pointed at David's head. David was scared, but he didn't say anything. After a few moments, the boy got back in the car and drove away. David felt extremely angry. He had done nothing wrong, yet people still hurt him. He was disturbed by all this, so he started dressing like a thug and adopted a strange hairstyle. His grandfather, who was retired from the Air Force, gave him a second-hand car for his birthday. David installed a huge loudspeaker in the car and started blaring music as he drove to school. He showed an attitude similar to how people treated him. David was very interested in pararescue, the soldiers who parachute into rescue missions. He thought joining the Air Force would be easy, but soon realized that to join, he had to pass the ASVAB test. David knew that if he wanted to clear the test, he had to change himself, because he was failing in every subject. He used to skip school often, and his mother received a letter saying that if David didn't improve, he would never pass. David says that he wanted to achieve something big in life, so that when he looked in the mirror, he could feel proud of himself, but whenever he looked in the mirror, he felt angry at the person he saw. He didn't want to be like that. He wanted people to respect and love him. When exam time came, he read a paragraph but couldn't understand it. He read it again and still didn't get it. He read it a third time and still couldn't understand it. But he didn't give up. He kept writing it down again and again until finally he understood the paragraph. Slowly, he managed to pass his exams. He started shaving his head, changed the way he dressed, and controlled his anger. He stopped playing loud music. David started waking up at 5 a.m. every morning to exercise. He ran miles, even in the snowing rain. When training began, David was 6 feet 2 inches tall and weighed 95 kilograms. He excelled in running, push-ups, and sit-ups, but swimming was a challenge. Since he was poor, he never took swimming classes. He had to go through water exercises, and instructors would test his confidence in the water. Many rescue missions required soldiers to jump into the ocean, but David wasn't good at it. His performance scores were low, and in just 10 weeks, he had to go through medical checkups and blood tests. During the checkup, doctors discovered that David had sickle cell disease, which meant that excessive exercise could lead to a heart attack. All the instructors decided that the decision to continue training would be left to David. David was struggling with the water training and his performance was poor, but David knew he had given up and that he had never pushed himself. He was angry with himself. He missed the opportunity to change his life. After leaving the training, David took a job as a security guard at a hospital. He was paid very little, and to deal with his failure, he started overeating. As a result, his weight shot up to 150 kilograms. One night, David had a chance to talk to a guy from a pest control company named Ecolab. The guy told him that he got a truck for free with no boss and earned 30% more than David. David decided to take the job. Although the job was tough, David went from one restaurant to another, catching rats and spraying cockroaches. One day, he found a huge nest of cockroaches under the kitchen's basin. He sprayed them, and the cockroaches crawled everywhere. At that moment, David realized enough was enough. He ran out of that restaurant. When he got home, he cleaned himself and saw a Navy SEAL commercial on TV. They were looking for someone who didn't like being average and loved challenges. David felt like they were speaking directly to him. He was tired of his life and wanted to prove himself. David started working hard. He woke up at 4 a.m., had a banana for breakfast, cycled for 2 hours, and then studied the ASVAB books while cycling. He practiced swimming for another 2 hours, worked out in the gym for strength, and had vegetables for dinner. He would cycle again before going to bed. He included push-ups, pull-ups, and a 4-kilometer run in his routine. He cleared all the minimum requirements for the Navy SEAL tests and was thrilled. He called his mom and shared the good news. He had achieved the required weight for SEAL training, but this was just the beginning. Navy SEAL training lasts for 6 months and is divided into 3 phases: physical training, diving training, and war training. Only 20% of trainees pass. Many drop out because it tests not just physical strength, but mental resilience as well. David failed twice in this training. The first time, he got double pneumonia, and the second time, he broke his knee, but he didn't quit. On his third attempt, he became a Navy SEAL. David was given a last chance. He was told that if he got injured again, it would be the end. He made up his mind that even if his bones broke, he wouldn't quit. David is the only person who has attempted Navy SEAL training 3 times and succeeded. People ask David how he endured 18 months in SEAL training, which is only supposed to last 6 months. He says that to quit, a trainee must ring the bell 3 times and leave their helmet on a cement patch. David didn't want to be one of those who quit. He learned how to control his mind. Even after becoming a Navy SEAL, David didn't stop. He found ways to challenge himself. He joined the Army Ranger School and graduated with honors. David's career as a marathon runner and triathlete was successful as well. He participated in the San Diego one-day ultra marathon, where he had to run 120 kilometers in 24 hours. He completed it in 19 hours. After that, he took part in the Las Vegas Marathon and Hawaii's Hurt 100. David participated in these marathons to get invited to the Badwater Ultra Marathon. He wanted to raise funds for the Special Operations Warrior Foundation, which provides scholarships to children of fallen soldiers. Badwater Ultra Marathon is a 150-kilometer race, considered the toughest foot race in the world. In his first attempt, David came 5th. In the second, he came 3rd. In this way, he raised crores of rupees for the foundation. After winning the ultra marathon, David joined the triathlons. He participated in the 2006 Ultra World Championship and the 2008 Ironman World Championship. As he always says, he prepared his mind and body. He would wake up early, run long distances, swim for hours, and cycle until he was drenched in sweat. During the races, he faced many difficulties, sometimes doubting himself, but he never quit. In 2009, he was training for the race across America, where he had to cycle across many states. He recorded the miles he covered, but his heart was beating at 150 beats per minute, making him feel strange. When he went to the doctor, he was told he had an ESD, meaning he had a hole in his heart since birth. The doctors couldn't believe how he could perform such intense physical activity. He was told he needed surgery to close the hole. His first surgery failed, but the second one was successful. Nothing can stop David now, not even ESD. After that, his next goal was to break the pull-up world record. He wanted to do 4,020 pull-ups in 24 hours. He failed on his first 2 attempts, but succeeded on the third by completing 4,030 pull-ups, breaking the world record. One thing is clear from David's story. Our potential is much greater than we think. David struggled for years, falling and getting up, but now we have to ask ourselves, can we commit to 3 months of hard work? Are we ready? Let us know in the comments. I'm ready for the 3-month challenge. During these 3 months, let's commit to nothing else but our goal, and trust me, we will realize that we can do so much more than we ever imagined. David says, people see me now and think, wow, he's the best in his game. But every morning, I still feel lazy. And I tell myself, what are you doing? People are watching you, and they're inspired by you. You have to become the person they think you are. So get out of bed and hit the gym. In short, he still works hard every day. And remember this, the pain you feel today will be the strength you feel tomorrow. Every champion was once a contender who refused to give up. So don't stop, don't settle, because your story isn't over yet. It's just getting started. Rise up, push harder, become unstoppable.